do you see it too? The numbers. Tell me, do you see what I see again? Tell me, do you see it too? The numbers. Tell me, do you see what I see again? Stop. Listen. Do you see the numbers too?
Hey everybody, back with another installment of You Know What. And of course, if you don't know what You Know What is and you're new around here, what we do is basically show you how ritualistically scheduled and rolled out the given reality is to you every single day, via understanding the simple code, practice and script that runs within the practice of Gematria. Practice of coding numbers into words and phrases. And as soon as you understand this, it shouldn't take you but a blink of an eye to realize why they read the screen in the movie theMatrix. And when you look into the old name for God, which is tetragrammaton, here we are dealing with grammar, linguistics within language. And of course, you went to elementary school, but they didn't teach you anything about your alchemic nature and causality on the reality. And all that type of stuff. Excuse me, that's my train of thought there. So if you're new here, just go through the videos, you'll soon pick it up, just as I did, which was pretty quick, to be fair, because it's just so obvious. The crafting, the casting, spelling, spells. So here we have a classic, once again another classic, sociopathic, narcissistic decode coming from you know who. You know, they come and talk about how much they care and all of this sort of stuff. Kate's NHS tears. Prince William and Kate launch mental health scheme after being moved to tears by frontline workers. Now at the time, the update time, we'll get back to that. If you're not new, of course you're already chuckling, right? The happy birthday flex with Boris Johnson and all the rest of it, what coincides with it. Unbelievable. If you don't know it, read it in the comments, because I have written some of it out in the comments. And if not that, just go through the videos, you'll soon hear me say it and read through it at the same time. So Prince William and Kate Middleton launched their mental health support scheme after the Duchess of Cambridge was moved to tears by the plight of frontline workers battling coronavirus. Kate, 38, who this week launched Our Front Line alongside William, is said to have played a pivotal role. Did I forget to add an extra word there after? Anyway, so again, they launched their mental health scheme, Our Front Line, to help, frontline workers battling the plandemic, which is of course the crazy ass coronavirus stuff that's going on right now. Just fucking unbelievable, to be fair, that we're living through this type of shit. Unbelievable from these scumbags. So, and those that want to sleep, it's really down to you, really. If you want to sleep, then if the masses want to sleep, then you make it fucked up for the few of us that aren't asleep, trying to wake you lot up. Do you know what I mean? As I keep saying, the only thing that should be quarantined is all government bodies, etc. And the only thing that actually needs to be going viral, like a virus, is the work of the Gematria knowledge, alongside obviously other truth finding stuff. But you see, when it comes to the Gematria, it's a huge glue and a big component to what they do. So all those that come across this and dismiss the work, or that you haven't dismissed it but you don't, you know, share it, or, you know, just even put links to, you know, my channel or Zach's channel, etc. Do you know what I mean? You are part of the problem, unfortunately. So the Duchess was so deeply affected by stories of NHS staff and emergency workers fighting COVID-19 that she wept after hearing their stories while setting up the support network. The royal couple made, remember, we already saw some of the bullshit, you know, photography pictures that they had when you had them on the phone. If you go back from my uploads, if you didn't catch it, you'll see what I'm on about. Or if you just Google it, you'll see the pictures. You see how staged the pictures are when they're on the phone. It's just such bullshit. So the royal couple made the announcement this week, months after the Sun on Sunday revealed they were planning to launch a mental health organization. Again, where do we, the public, for every man, woman and child, where do we all collect our mental health abuse damages checks? Could you please point me to where I go to collect, please? About you come with your pandemic and planned economic collapse and your planned fucking mandatory bullshit vaccines that you're going to be trying to push. Unbelievable. You know? Then you want to come with, like, you care about people's mental health. Oh my God. Who sends off who to wars and gets a country, you know, to go to war and all this type of stuff? Come on, it's not hard to work that out, is it? And you care about mental health, right? Unbelievable. So many avenues I could talk about right now. But anyway, let's continue. So the royal couple made an announcement this week, months after the Sun on Sunday revealed, blah, 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 blah. They were planning to launch a mental health organization. They're both been incredibly affected by stories they have heard, and Kate in particular has been moved to tears by some of the stories. Is this still loud? Oh, it's not that loud. Loud in my ears though. But anyway, she was moved to tears by some of the stories she has heard about the sacrifices frontline workers are making. At least 119 NHS staff have died after contracting coronavirus, and others have to cope with fears over the disease and lack of personal protective equipment, PPE, while treating patients. Again, protective personal equipment equals 142 like coronavirus. And immediately when I was prepping this, or before I started prepping it, of course I had to start prepping it, when I got to at least 119 staff to do with a story talking about, you know, mental health. How many times have we tracking this number and the other numbers that coincide with the ciphers? Again, if you're new here, A's 1, Z's 26, flip the alphabetic order around. For the second cipher, A will be 26, Z will be 1. Third cipher, bring on the rules of numerology, bringing double digits down to a single digit. And then the fourth cipher will be with the rules of numerology, but in reverse, bringing double digits down to a single digit. And voila. So, at least 119, right? Yeah. So let's continue. So, Kate's NHS tears equals 70 and 43. We'll get back to that 160 and 83 in a minute. But just see that, 43 and 70. Mental health, suicide and all that type of stuff. Of course, suicide will be 43 and 70. I will get back to that in one moment. But of course, mental health, I'll say it now. Mental health and suicide both equal 119. Of course, we had the late Carolyn Flack that died recently. Check out my playlist on that if you're new. And just note, she was born when? November 9th. Again, suicide and mental health both equal 119. Even check out a PlayStation game that's to do with, deals with, what is it, PTSD? With some war vet, what is it called? The Walter test case. You'll see it on my channel. And he's got, you know, antidepressants that he has to take. If you write it out, it's, what is it, tetracycline cycliclone or something like that. Tetracycliclone, something like that it is. Anyway, equals 119. In the demo that I played for it, also on the fridge, he's got an appointment on January 19th to go to, you know, see the shrink, you know, the psychologist. 119, you see? It's just undeniable. And again, quickly with Caroline Flack, from when she died, going back to the newest host, because there's a new host for the program that took over a few months before she died, but her name's Laura Whitmore. And from her birthday on the 4th of May 2019 to when Caroline Flack dies on the 15th of February, of course, 9 months and 11 days. You see, not an accident. And note all the incremental uploads that I've done for it. If you haven't seen it yet, when you do see it, you'll see the same numbers revolving over and over and over again. So, suicide 70, suicide 43, Kate in tears 70, 43. As I just said a minute ago, we'll get back to the 160 in a second. And of course, that, yeah, the 160 in a moment. Give me a sec. So again, suicide 43. And 119. Oh, and sorry, and 70 like Kate's NHS tears. And of course, coronavirus 70. Again, mental health 119, suicide 119. Mental health 119, mental health 47, like suicide 47. Not overall keep on interest with this breakdown, with this situation decode, but as I say, when you understand how it all trains along, it's just good to know. So royal family 160. We had the Kate's NHS tears. What else is 160? Of course, coronavirus 56. Mental health is 61. Royal family 61, 160 like Kate's NHS tears. What else is a note on the next one? Let me speed up here. Mind control royal family 56, 61, 137 and 160. And for those new, the reason why we have the single reduction there, because of course S, the 19th letter, and in single it only goes down 1 and 9. 1 add 9 is 10. Of course, in the dark blue one, it goes down to 1. 1 add 9 is 0. I mean, 1 add 9 is 10, and then it goes 1 add 0 is 1. So it reduces all the way to 1. But anyway, look at this. You see the 61 running all the way through the middle? Mental health, 61. Royal family. And then, of course, the 56, 61, 137, 160. Like Kate's NHS tears, which I've mentioned a few times, but it's got to be done. Let's look at this. Royal family mind control. What else is there for those new? Oh, look, toilet paper, mind control, royal family, full house. And of course, stockpiler 61 as well. Obey equals 61. Obey also equals 47, like news, like authority, and much more. And of course, the Freemasonic compass kicked out at 23.5 degrees to go with the sun's trajectory when it goes to the 23.5 degrees on the oh my god, the ecliptic with the winter solstice, and then on the other side with the summer solstice. So again, not an accident. All the whole, you know, people running around stockpiling, again, stockpiler 61, you know, going crazy for toilet paper. Unbelievable. So our front line, that's the name of the campaign. Again, for a mental health scheme. Yeah, they launched their mental health scheme, Our Front Line. Unbelievable. Our Front Line and Move to Tears. What is that? 3 out of 4? 167, 157. 68. 3 out of 4. I know there's 5 there, but 3 out of 4. Definitely where one only has S in one of the what's been written. with tiers. Obviously, our front line, there's no S. So what's that? 3 out of 4. 68, 167, 157. Alright. She's born 9th of January. 38 years old. It's all pantomime. All mind control. Again, they just keep us lulled asleep by keeping us inundated with this number system. And, you know, how to output the news, basically. Fucking hell. Yesterday, sources said that former air ambulance, of course, Prince William, led the talks, but mum of 3K was a driving force to obviously do the campaign, etc. We told last October how William and Kate plan to use their Royal Foundation to launch a mental health support campaign. Interesting, that's the same month last year for Event 201 via World Health Organization, Bill and Melinda Gates, and all the rest of these creatures and bodies and entities. Of course, Corona 33, October, the only month in Gematria that equals the 33. Of course, Corona means crown. Here we have the Royals crown. And of course, for those new, crown equals 26. China equals 26. Disease 26. Virus 26. Viral 26. Also, we had exercise sickness that took place in the UK. A 3-day dry run simulation for a pandemic in 2016. Of course, exercise Cygnus equals 201, and Cygnus by itself, of course, Cygnus means a swan and also a star constellation in reference to a swan. But anyway, Cygnus equals 26. Not hard to see what's going on here. So remember we had the update time of 10:53? Here we have 15 weeks and 3 days from her birthday, January 9th, to 25th of April with this article. Unbelievable. Yes, the update time is on the 26th with the 15:03 or whatever it is, or 10:03. I mean, 10:53 or whatever it is. But anywho, it's still locked. There it is right there. Still locked. Still concise. And of course, what else equals 119? Lockdown. So this we're into another story now. Suicidal veterans. Perfect to continue. Suicidal veterans. More troops and veterans are feeling suicidal in lockdown. Support group warns. Fucking hell. Of course, coronavirus. Hey, look, you got the update time of 26 minutes past. We just spoke about 26. And of course, coronavirus equals 93. Wuhan coronavirus equals 93, excuse me. If you write out 226, it equals 93. Of course, Saturn at only wandering star in Gematria, that equals the 93. Again, that's why they give us the mind schism of the sun being, 93 bazillion, miles away, which is all fucking nonsense. It's the same size, equal, polar opposite as the moon. 3,000 to 4,000 miles away. It's not hard to realize. So, now note, a military support group warns of a big surge in troops and veterans feeling suicidal in lockdown. For those new, I am going to tell you what lockdown equates to in one moment. I'll give you a hint. What was the number of how many people that died when we was just doing the mental health scheme decode just now? 119, right? Yeah, so lockdown equals 119. So there we got mental health, lockdown, and suicide, 119. So, help group All Call Signs said it had rescued 4 veterans who threatened to kill themselves since March 23rd, since the stay-at-home order has been put into effect. If everybody was clued up, nobody would be staying indoors. again, you know, think about it. Yesterday, what's his face? First time he comes outside, he's got nothing on his face. Boris Johnson, yeah, like, you know, come to do first speech since, you know, supposedly recovering from COVID-19. Again, chaos 19. It's been 19 years since 2001, like 201, when it comes to 9/11. Again, check out Zach's last few uploads. He's been smashing it with the realization when the term coronavirus got termed. Of course, Wuhan equals 68. And coronavirus, the term, came established in 1968, the same time construction for Twin Towers began. Of course, that came down 33 years later. Again, Corona 33. And of course, 68, CIA was established. If you write out CIA, that equals 68. Of course, it's 68 days from Bush Jr.'s birthday to the event of the Twin Towers on 9/11. Of course, in 68, national emergency number was via AT&T, was introduced as 9/11. And of course, there's much more to that, but as I say, let's go through the work or check out Zach. Download the book if you haven't already. Letters and Numbers. And yeah, definitely check out Gematria Effect News. And also on your browser, gematriaeffect.news. So, 2 of the 4 men had been carrying out key worker roles assisting emergency services during lockdown. Blah, blah, blah. Here's the sun with their bullshit. Who cares wins appeal? If you believe any of this money is going where you think it's going, think again. It's the same with, as I said before, with like things like children in need and all that stuff. If you think that money goes to where it's going, think again. In one of the 4 cases since lockdown, a man who was threatening to harm himself in a car park close to Woodlands in the southeast was saved, etc. Blah blah blah. Lots of veterans out there are really suffering. There's been a reduction in counselling services many would normally have, and it is having a knock-on impact. Nothing's even set up to truly deal with, like, even somebody like myself. Nothing's set up, or they're not ready to implement or speak about what really needs to be about the true mechanics that's causing, you know, the dysfunctional feelings or behavior, etc., etc. You come with the mechanics, and they may listen, but they don't want to implement anything new in you know, into the GP. Trying to think of the word I'm thinking of now. You know, my point is, if he was really trying to help people with a mental health scheme, you would be unlocking all the bullshit and showing them the mechanics to the reality, like what we're trying to do in this section of the community, or the truth community. So that's why it's just all bullshit. All bullshit. And then obviously they always think that they know everything or learnt everything already, and then their cup hasn't got room for any more filling. Or they're too scared because they're like, oh my god, what can I do? Do you know what I mean? So, where are we going here? What's this at the end here? Hero NHS nurse left petrified after neighbour spat at her car and verbally abused her. Of course, National Health Service equals 121. So suicidal veterans. So since March 23rd, right, until the article 26. Let's see where it goes. So to the 26, look at this. Life lesson of 34. I remember the last situation with Kate Middleton and that. It got updated on the 26th. Came out on the 25th, but updated. But anyway, that's minor. But it's still interesting, considering. So we've got 34 days from March 23rd since lockdown day. 34 days since March 23rd. 34 days again. Suicide 34. Suicide 70. You've got the day numerology of 70 and a life lesson of 34. Of course, look. Murder 83, found dead. RIP, council destroy. Death 8338. Unbelievable. Again, suicide 34 and 70. And of course, all call signs 121 for another 121 with the ongoing list that we have. Again, if you're new here, just go through the videos, check out Zachary K. Hubbard and Jacuzzi Truth, and you'll see exactly what we're on about very quickly. Suicidal veterans equals 83. Are you seeing this? Suicidal veterans equals 83. Come on. Unbelievable. Of course, coronavirus 65. Like suicidal veterans also. Mental health 205 like 25. Of course, time death RIP 25. You got the 250 like the 205 with mental health. Drop to 0. Suicidal 78. Wuhan coronavirus 78. Wuhan virus 57. Of course, suicidal 33. Corona 33. Of course, the 42 is in there. Military veterans. It's not a bit they highlighted as such. I saw a bit that said military and there was another bit that had vet. And I was like, oh, military veterans, interestingly, equals 211. The 47th prime. Mental health 47. Suicide 47. And again, lockdown 38 like pandemic. Of course, murder, we just went over some of those. That equates to 3883. And again, lockdown or martial law also 38. Pandemic 38. Martial law 38. Of course, lockdown 119, as I mentioned before. Mental health 119. Suicide 119. Lockdown 119. Lockdown also 34, 38, and 97. Death 97, murder 79. Alright. I think that is it. Alright, on to this bit. There's some odds and bets going on, what the name's going to be, what they're going to name the baby with Boris Johnson and co. Is it going to be Winston, Wilfred, Alexandra, like Boris's actual name is Alexandra Boris something Johnson. Some, I don't know, where is he originally from? France or some shit? I mean, I haven't really looked at it much yet. Winston is interesting. You got the 114. 114th prime is 619, like Boris Johnson's birthday. As I said, I'm not sure. Today we've got a daily mileage of 73. Wilfred Johnson, 73. 206 is in there as well. If you watch my last upload, you know why that's important slightly. The 26 with the 101 video length. and with the other stuff that we found. Look, Twisted Trolls, look. 114. Of course, the 41st prime is 179. Alexander Johnson equals 179. Okay. Well, if you caught my last video, then you know what I was saying. Of course, I didn't say it how these guys are saying it with no intel or no Gematria knowledge. There's a huge difference, you know? Hence why I'm not a troll. The super duper trolls are the establishment. So here's some of the odds. Of course, Winston Churchill, they're all quite wary at the minute, aren't they? With, if you noticed in the news, with a lot of the stuff they're saying, because of the pandemic and all of that stuff. As I say, I'm not sure. I don't know. All right, everybody. I'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully, I don't have to, because everybody will be woken up by that time. Of course, one can dream. Bonus.